It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And it fights through one man. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Herbert. And that is incomplete here. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw here, Herbert. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
working with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, Henry. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Henry running right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. A give to Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Bridgewater. This one swung out to Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Williams, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's Bridgewater. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On second down, Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And McManus able to put it through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And, partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in blitz coming, and down he goes. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Well, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Hamler now on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. He finds his man, complete. It's Beck, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Play action now. Bridgewater. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. The windup losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st and 10, Herbert. His throw incomplete. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert flush to his right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punter Long here as he sends this one away. Returning it, here's Hamler. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Touchdown! It's complete. Jared Cook. As the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 27, Bridgewater got a man open. It's Sutton. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Alberto, his second touchdown on the season, and the Broncos have cut it to within a score. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
That's what I love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They run on first down with Jackson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now it's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Henry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll run with Henry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the former Bronco All-Pro, Chris Harris. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Four yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. This is Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll give Henry another shot. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Herbert now. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. Bridgewater. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Victory formation, time for the Chargers. They take a knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go. A give to Henry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 116 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Chargers, they break that season-long losing streak as they move to 1-15 with 1 week still to play. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.